sometimes we can find ourselves in situations where we feel that we have no control, that the situation, whether it be in a marriage, a relationship, or a circumstance in our lives, sometimes may feel like it's overwhelming us and we find ourselves powerless to change it. And it's really discouraging our lives. It's sinking us into depression. It's having all kinds of negative effects on us. But here's a little math equation that I believe that you can use to better your life and to put you back in control of negative situations, whether it be a circumstance in your life, or maybe there's a person in your life, a supervisor from your job, or you're married to a person who is just very negative and is just bringing sorrow into your life or discouragement. Here's a little equation I'd like to share with you and see if this can help you. I believe it will. Let's take a look. It's very simple. Let's go ahead and use numbers to represent people or situations. So let's just say, for example, that you are a 1. And then we'll do a little bit of addition here. So you plus a negative individual. Say you're married to a person who's just, for some reason, changed into an undesired person in your life, yet you don't want to leave your marriage, or you're trying to make it work, but for some reason this person's going through some things in life and they've turned into a real negative person. They've become a negative thing in your life. Or let's just say it's a situation. Your life is going through something that is really bringing you down, and it's bigger than you. You don't know what to do about it, and you feel like you've lost control of your life. So let's just say that that person or that negative situation is a 2. Equals, let's just say 1 plus 2 obviously is 3. Let's say this 3 represents an undesired result. Like we said, let's just say that it brings discouragement, let's just say it brings sorrow into your life. So these are negative things in your life. And this number 1 over here is you. And the number 2 is a negative person or situation. Okay. So let's take a look here of this number 2 right here. Let's take a look at these two numbers, this number 2 and this number 3. I want you to notice that these two factors you have no control over. Because obviously, this person right here, if they don't want to change, you can't force a person to change. Because change has to happen from within. It has to happen because they want to change. But some people have grown comfortable in being what they are. Say, for example, a negative situation. They just have a bad attitude. They're just mean. They're ugly. They mistreat people. They don't know how to relate to others. Or maybe it's a situation that you're going through, a financial crisis, a family crisis of some sort. And it's beyond the control of your money, beyond the control of your of your efforts. This situation, this number three, you also don't have control because this is a result of these two factors. So this three is an automatic result of the kind of person you are presently, the person you're trying to relate to over here, or the situations in your life. The three is the default. So out of these three factors, which one do have control over? Well, this one. This is the only factor you have control of. Now, what do I mean by that? That means that your present knowledge, your present wisdom, your present understanding, your present growth, where you're at this point of your life, is being affected by this other factor to such a degree that it's giving you an undesired result. And again, since you don't have control over this person and you don't have control over this outcome, the one factor you do have control over is you. What if you focus on the one thing that you do have control of, which is you? What if you increase in knowledge? On how to deal with negative people. Let's just say that you have a unfair supervisor at your job. Maybe that person is, for some reason, is mistreating you or just being unfair with you. Or what if you were to increase your position? Oh, let me spell that better. How about if you were to increase your position? What I mean by that is, what if you begin to work on developing yourself to climb up the corporate ladder, so to speak, and maybe become his supervisor? Or maybe move out of that department? Well, you're obviously going to increase your pay as you increase your effectiveness within the company. You're also going to move to a different position, maybe an equal position of that other person, where that person, that negative supervisor, can no longer instruct you, is no longer over you. Or maybe you increase to such a degree that you become his supervisor. But the deal is that you are busy increasing you. You are changing you. What if you were to say, well, I'm just married to a fool? Well, what if you were to increase? What if you were to allow God to transform your life to where fools no longer have the negative influence they used to have? Maybe you learn how to better deal with them. Maybe you learn how to better help them come out of that kind of a personality. The ultimate thing is that you're the one that's changing. You're the one that's becoming better. Now, I know there's certain things about yourself that you cannot change. God has to do that. So you do the things that bring about change in your life. How about more prayer, more fasting, more meditating of God's word? Be more committed to church. Be more in the presence of God in your time of worship. Let those factors, let those things bring about change in your life. What's going to happen is you're going to face your tomorrow as a new person. You're going to face that negative individual or that negative situation as a new person. That old problem will have a new you to deal with. And I guarantee you, you're going to change the end result. So let's just say that you change from a 1 over to a, let's just say, for example, you change from a 1 to a 3. you really work on yourself. Well, 3 plus 2 is going to give you a different result. 5. Let's just say a 5 is a better thing for you. 5 is encouragement. 5 is a better life for you, a happier life, a joyful life. Well, let's just, again, you're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on the one thing that you do have control over and not wasting your time and energy on things you do not have control over. So let's just say that you turn yourself into a 6 now. And this person over here still refuses to change. They are in a rut, and they are just that ugly person or that negative situation still in your life. Well, because you've changed. That 2, same old person, is giving an outcome of an 8. And let's just say 8 is a real good life for you. You're happier, you're joyful, you're more productive, you're more effective in how you are living your life. What is the sum of all of this? Is, again, don't waste your time and energy on the things you cannot change. Yes, I'm sure you can influence them perhaps through prayer. You can influence them by changing you. But for a speedier change of life, even while that person is still in your life or that situation is still in your life, a much quicker way, I mean, this can happen from one day to the next. I've had it where I've had a problem in my life that was really weighing me down. It was keeping me up at night. Well, I decided to meditate on Psalm 1 through 4 of the Bible. I decided to meditate on Joshua 1 8 through 9. And through this word, which we know is a living word, it changed me overnight. It removes discouragement, it removes depression. The more I meditate on it, it changes me from the inside out. By morning, when I face that old problem, I'm facing it with a better attitude, with greater joy, with greater peace in my life, and I can make better decisions. And that negative person or that negative situation does not have the same effect on me. I hope that this equation will help you. I believe it can produce for you immediate results because, again, you are focusing on the thing that you do have control over, and that is you. Don't waste your time. Invest your time into the things that make you better, and you're going to handle situations much better as well. God bless you. This is Pastor David of the Overcomers Academy Church. Come visit us on Sundays at 11:30 or Wednesdays at 7 o'clock to learn more on how to live your most powerful and effective life. God bless you.